taking the time to come and speak with the VSU Center for Entrepreneurship for our Minority Small Business Launch Center today. I'm happy to be here with the Africa Initiative and the Virginia African Partnership. And I'd like to speak with you guys about how you will contribute to the Minority Small Business Launch Center and the role you'll be able to play in aiding minority small business owners that come and request assistance from you. So first, I'd like to ask, what is the name of your organization, and when was your organization founded?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Patrice, for this interview. The name of our organization is called Africa Network Initiative, and it was founded in 2019. But now we went a little far and created a sister project or a sister organization, which we are calling the Virginia Africa Partnership. And the people that you see here today are the board members of the Virginia Africa Partnership. This one was just created in June of this year, 2021, after our summit in Richmond.
Okay. Would each of the members of the board who are present introduce yourself and speak about your role with the organization?
Tanya?
Thank you. My name is Tanya Jefferson, and my role is the Vice President for Government Liaison and Resource Mobilization. I'm a native of Richmond, Virginia, and I was able to travel to Zambia in 2019, which is how I connected with Jacques. And I've also been to about 20 other countries, but throughout Europe, Asia, North America. 2019 was the first time I had traveled to Africa. So I was very excited and wanted to help the people in this particular community that I visited. And I am very happy to be part of the Virginia Africa Partnership.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jibril?
Yes, I am Jibril Nyang, and I'm the outreach coordinator for the Virginia Africa Initiative. Also, I am the president of the African Community Network, which is another nonprofit organization, which is 100% social. We're trying to serve as a support of a network of resources for the immigrants in Virginia, especially Richmond area, Greater Richmond area. So basically, we're helping them to navigate through the changes coming from another continent to America. So we're trying to help them navigate the system by offering services, by connecting them with different services they need as far as education, social, health, jobs, economic developments, all kind of stuff they need as immigrants. So that's what our nonprofit organization does. So which just link me with Jack's organization, which is completely focused on financial empowerment. So I think which is gonna be working directly with our committee, economic development committee, which help people, finding jobs or creating their own businesses. That's why I'm joining this organization with Jack to serve the community as large.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep.
James?
Yes, my name is James Miner. I'm the executive director of the organization. My background, I'm also a native of Richmond, Virginia. I'm very familiar with the triangle as far as with England and Virginia, and also with Benin, West Africa. I also am the president of Richmond, Virginia branch in AACP. I've worked with several issues as far as doing outreach, sometimes for the Slave Trail Commission that's in Richmond, Virginia. I'm also very familiar with the Department of Economic Community Development for the city of Richmond, because I also work for them.
Okay.
And I'm coming under my boss, which is Sharon Ebert. for the Department of Economic Development. She also oversees planning, development review, and also see housing community development and zoning, I believe, as well. So I'm very familiar in reference to minority businesses and how the Department of Economic and Community Development works, and how economic development works as well here, especially in the Richmond region, also in Virginia as well. So I have some experience in all of that, and also have experience as far as in the workforce, as far as with reentry and also helping folks to find jobs. And of course, you know, the city of Richmond and Henrico, they definitely have, and Chesterfield, they have a workforce center. So I'm able to help connect some folks to those places to get training as well. So that's my background.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Dr. Darius, are you? I saw him sometimes. Okay. Yeah, bon, I go. Oh. My name is Jacques Mushagasha. I'm originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Been living in the US for 18 years now. My background is I have a master degree in conflict transformations, because so many people usually ask me about why you in conflict transformation, you like do business entrepreneurship. It's because I consider that some of the root cause of our conflicts stems from poverty, disenfranchisement. So I strongly believe that empowering people economically can help us solve some conflicts. And even the social justice movement that we are now seeing all over the country today, one of the key factors for us to win that social justice will be the economic empowerment. And that's why I'm very passionate in trying to develop minorities businesses, to help them with knowledge, with skills, with connections that can help them grow. And that's how we created Africa Network Initiative, to try to connect entrepreneurship from Africa, from the continent of Africa, the immigrants in the diaspora, with entrepreneurs in the US. Try to identify business opportunities which exist both in the US and here, so that they can grow their businesses. So basically that's my little background.
No, but thank you. That was very good. And it was also a segue into the next question, which is, what is your organization's mission and purpose? I believe you essentially summarized that for us when you talked about connecting people to opportunities in Africa and here in the US, if they have businesses that they'd like to pursue. But if you could elaborate on the purpose of the Africa Initiative, and then also of the sister organization that you are intending to start that's affiliated with it.
Sure, thank you. In fact, the mission of African Network Initiative is to facilitate entrepreneurship that can spur economic development among the minorities in the US and in Africa. And we do it through networking, skill building, and financial education. Now, the sister project, which is a Virginia Africa Partnership, will aim at increasing trade and business opportunities between Virginia and Africa. But also, we are aiming at increasing collaboration between historic Black colleges and universities and African universities.
Okay.
So that we can bring more skills, capacity building, and even work on common projects that can help also spur economic development, both in the US and in Africa.
Okay, that was very clear, and that's very exciting. So you alluded to this in some of the responses, really each of you guys did, but what unique challenges do you believe that minority entrepreneurs face, and then how can your organizations help them overcome these challenges?
I think I'd like to answer that. Being a serial entrepreneur, because I forgot to mention this in my introduction, but while I was still living in the Metro DC area, I had started at a real estate investment firm all by myself because I had attended so many real estate investing workshops and seminars. And I was like, oh, I know everything. I could do this by myself. And instead of me partnering with someone else, I did do that. So I had like acquired about 3 different properties. But anyway, so not asking for help could be, very challenging. So, and thinking you know everything when you don't is another challenge. Then I started a like a tutoring business actually here when I returned to Richmond. And because I had, written this grant, and the sad thing about it, I missed like so much money because I didn't have any staff. I was by myself. I remember like the first contract I got with a school system, it was like 40 grand and I just couldn't handle. And it was so disheartening because I'm just like, oh, I need people to work for me. And I was just, I can't do it. And then now, back in 2016, I started Transnational Imports and Exports LLC, which is like a small and medium-sized business consulting firm because of my connections overseas and all the different industries I've worked in, like mortgages, and I was a real estate agent in Maryland, licensed in Maryland, DC, and all these different industries. So I think so those are challenges, and like overcoming them is just to be able to network and trust people. Because I think that was probably my biggest issue. I was like, well, I'm doing everything by myself because I don't trust anybody. So that's all I wanted to say.
No, I think that's one of the main things that both academic research shows. Minority entrepreneurs typically don't have the scale or the scope of networks, and they don't have really diverse networks that can help them when they're trying to implement a business idea. So they often will struggle because not only will they not have the financial capital, but sometimes they might not have the intellectual capital because typically other people can outsource certain activities or even just get advice and direction that's useful. So I think that was really relevant for you to talk about that. What are some of the other unique challenges that you believe that minority entrepreneurs could face? And then let's talk about how the Africa Initiative and the Virginia, is it the Virginia Africa Partnership? Is that the name of the other?
Yes.
How
yes.
they'll be able
Virginia
to help?
Africa Partnership.
Okay, the Virginia Africa.
In fact, another challenge which can tie to what Tanya just said and what you just said is the lack of information. Because when the media present, for example, opportunities in Africa, they present it as a continent which has war, conflict everywhere. And this makes some of the minority entrepreneurs not trying to go explore the opportunities that exist there. That's just an example. So, but Virginia Africa Partnership will give the real information, and that will allow now the minorities entrepreneurs to go and explore and identify the business opportunities on their own. Because what media is presenting that continent as a continent of conflict, but there are other entrepreneurs from other nations, other countries, who goes there and do their business and grow their wealth. So I believe also the lack of information, education is a challenge, and that's what we need to. Virginia Africa Partnership want to bring a solution to that, but there is also a lack of capital. I know we are not able to bring a solution for that, but we'll try to brainstorm on how to connect those entrepreneurs, more entrepreneurs, with investors through a network or a database of investors that we are going to create.
Okay, no,
so it all comes back to, again, a networking.
Okay, so
thank you.
Now, so thank you. So now I'd like to ask you about the specific services, programs, or events that you'll offer that would be available to minority entrepreneurs, and then also obviously to members or participants in this Minority Small Business Launch Program. How would they be able to gain access to the networking opportunities and the information about trading opportunities that exist in Africa, and then even about the marketplace that you are planning on implementing at some point? How would they get information about that, or how could they participate?
Okay, thank you. Well, first of all, when it comes to for Africa Network Initiative, we had planned that each year we'll be having at least a conference, a 2 days conference in Richmond, a business networking event. But for the pandemic, we did not do it in 2020 and 2021, but we believe that in 2022, that will be done. So that brings entrepreneurs from Africa, brings academics from Africa and from Virginia in a conference whereby we exchange information and ideas. And when it comes to Virginia Africa Partnership, we are going to be doing almost the same thing, but we'll be adding also the trade missions. That's why, for example, we are planning that in 2022, we will have our first trade mission in Africa. And we are going to identify entrepreneurs, minority entrepreneurs, who are willing to participate in that trade mission. So we'll start now so that we can prepare it very well. And that's one of the services that we are going to offer also in type of the networking conferences. But also we are going to create a center that we are calling a Virginia Africa Partnership Entrepreneurship Academy, where we'll be training these entrepreneurs or these to become entrepreneurs in diamond cutting and jewelry making. Because one of our goals is to start helping transforming the raw materials from Africa in finished product. So those will be trained here will be able either to go train African themselves to start cutting their diamonds, to start making jewelry out of their gold, or they can start their small shop here in Virginia, and then through our contact, we will know how to be getting them the raw material, the gold and the diamond. So at that center also, another service that we are going to provide is the chocolate making. We are going to train small businesses to make chocolate. And then we are going to also connect them with the growers of chocolate, of cocoa in Africa, so that they can be able to get the raw material directly and transform them and grow their businesses. So those are the small services that we are planning to start providing through the Virginia Africa Partnership.
And I'm really glad that you brought that up, because the next question I was going to ask you about, because that's really exciting, is what are the specific industries that entrepreneurs from the U.S. could seek to retrieve or obtain natural resources from Africa for. And I've heard some wonderful speakers associated with your organization talk about the chocolate industry and how the majority of the chocolate or the cocoa that's produced in the world is sourced from Africa, but the actual chocolate manufacturers are located elsewhere, and most of the revenue associated with the chocolate industry is from the end product and not from the initial source product. So, I really like you to talk about the specific industries and natural resources that businesses should be able to access if they sought to do business in Africa or with Africans. So you talked briefly about cocoa. You've also talked about gold and diamonds, for the jewelry industry. Are there any other industries that you think that would be ones that would be most profitable based on their prevalence and the stability of the industry to produce those resources in Africa? What other industries could people seek to pursue?
Other industries that people can seek to pursue is okay in the agricultural sector. If we remain in the agricultural sector, we have coffee.
Okay.
But I remember that there was a president in Africa who gave the diaspora a land, I think more than 1,000 hectares of land, so that they can go do housing there in that area, build universities and hospitals. So during Africa is a new, what can I say? In French, we call it un terrain vierge. Jibril, how can I say that?
New land.
Eh?
It's a new land. Yeah.
Where there are a lot of opportunities. So if we partner together, because as Tanya was saying, the challenge of small entrepreneurs and minority entrepreneurs is partnering together, working together. Some like to work in solo, and that's how she had the experience of that. But if we come together, we partner, and we say, okay, for example, we are going to start doing housing in Africa. This is another industry that people can explore and go do it there. So there are several industries that we can explore, but for now, those are the few that I'm thinking about.
So agriculture, with a particular emphasis on cocoa and coffee, and jewelry, making and sourcing of the raw materials, the diamonds in particular and gold. Is that what I hear?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, you can add also the fruit. Africa is growing so much fruit, and mostly is going to perish because they don't have system of conserving the fruits. And if there is a partnership which can create unity of transformation of fruits, and that's going to be also an opportunity. Just to add to those things Jack already mentioned, is so many opportunities. Is just unbelievable. The automobile industry also. Africa doesn't produce any except Nigeria. They have their own automobile, industry, but as than that, everything is imported. So Jack is having a vision of having as he wrote it on the vision, then it will be on the vision is just to have a better partnership between Africa and Virginia or US as a general, because everybody else is just having a good partnership with Africa except the United States, I think.
Okay, and that's important, since the bulk of the slave trade resulted with us here and in South America, so North America and South America, where the bulk of the rest of the diaspora are in the world. So it would really be great to have a really active and fruitful partnership. So I'm really excited about the opportunity for our participants to be able to benefit from what your organization has to offer. And I really, really, really want to thank all of you guys for participating in this interview today. And I look forward to partnering with you guys in the future.
Thank you. Thank you.